Welcome to this video lecture on the key characteristic features of language. Let me define first the word language. Language is species specific possessions of man. Actually, it is a God's special gift to mankind. Without language, human civilizations actually it has remained an impossibility only. Language, it's a means of communication. Language is actually the storehouse of knowledge. It is an instrument of thinking. Actually, it is also the source of delightful also. So it has the omnipresent everywhere. So hence, language it has not only a serious concerns for linguistians but also philosopher, logician, psychologist, scientists and literary critics. All they have concern towards language. The language has a special features. In this video, we would like to see that the key characteristic features of language. The first one is language is arbitrary. Arbitrary, by this word arbitrariness of language, actually what do we mean that there is no inherent or logic relations or similarity between any given features of language and its meaning. So arbitrariness is the key fundamental features of language. This means that there is no natural or inherent connections between the words we use and the meanings they represent. For example, there is nothing about the sound of the word tree that inherently suggested a tall, leafy plant. So, the first characteristic features of language is arbitrary. The second one, language is a social phenomena. Language nourishes and develops culture and establishes human relations. Language is a social phenomenon. As a member of a particular social group, we human beings interact with each other, allowing us to identify, connect, and coordinate with each other. This is how language is a part and parcel of our society. Then the third features of language is its symbolic system. Language signifies a symbolic system. It consists of different sound symbols for concepts, things, ideas, objects, etc. It has sounds and words as its symbols. These symbols are picked and routinely acknowledged and utilized. The words in the language are not just patterns or images but symbols that denote meaning. The language uses words as a symbol, not signs, for the concept they represent. The core value of the language sometimes relies on properly explaining these symbols alone. Okay, we'll move to the next features of language, that is, it is a system, a systematic unit. Though language is symbolic, its symbols are arranged in a specific systems. All language have their arrangements of plans and each language is an arrangement of systems only. Further, all languages have phonological and syntactic systems within a system. There are several subsystems also there. For instance, morphological and syntactic systems are inside the linguistic systems. Inside these two subsystems, we have systems such as plural, mindset, perspective, tense, etc. The fifth features of language is it is vocal, verbal and sound. So language is an organization of sounds of vocal symbols. Language is a system of vocal and verbal symbolism. It is essentially formed of vocal sounds just created by physiological articulatory component in the human body. First and foremost, it shows up a vocal sounds only. Language takes verbal elements such as sounds, words and phrases fixed up in a specific way to make several sentences. Language is vocal sound and we can speak up a language by using different speech organs. Writing can be considered as an intelligent platform to represent vocal sounds and is the graphic representations of the speech sounds of the language. Language is non-instinctive, conventional. No language was produced over a few days using a formula that was accepted by all. Every generation passes on these conventions to the one after them as a result of evolutions and conventions which gave rise to language. Language can evolve, spread and change just like any other human organizations. Every language is spoken in a specific community somewhere in that world. But since language is something we naturally learn, we may say that that is not instinctual. Language is productive and creative. Creativity and productivity are the integral parts of language. Language is highly productive system, which means it allows us to produce an infinite number of sentences from a finite set of elements. The productivity enables us to express new ideas, describe imaginary words, or convey complex emotions. In all reality, understanding between the involved individual is easy. Language can vary by what is required by human society. Language, after all, has the ability to derive productivity and innovations. The next feature is language is a system of communication. Language is strong, convenient and the best form of communications, no doubt, and it's the best way to express everything. We human beings express our thoughts, desires, emotions and feelings through language only. Further, we can interact easily through the welfare of language. After all, we may say that language is the best communication systems around that world. Language is human and structurally complex. One of the major characteristics of language is that it's human and structurally complex. Unlike animal language, human language is open-minded, extendable and adaptable. Language should be modifiable from time to time. No species other than human beings have been endowed with language. So, language is naturally human, structurally complex and modifiable in some cases. Language is unique, complex and modifiable. Language is indeed a unique phenomenon in the world. Every language has its characteristics and distinctive features. Furthermore, each language has its creativity and productivity to deliver the best communications method. So, this is how language has potential to be unique, complex and adjustable to the change in time and cultures. These characteristic features of the language makes it unique. Thank you.